Thank you, Woody. Mario Cristobal, Miami Hurricanes head coach, joins us this morning after a very impressive second half. 42-7, the final. Coach, congratulations and good morning to you. How you doing?
Good morning, Joe. Right back at it, brother.
Hey, I feel like you've been going all weekend, Coach. I'm getting to where I know you after all these years way too well. So, what's that? It's 7-7 at the half. And all I could think of while I was on the road was, all right, what do you say to your team at the half? Even though you're kind of dominating things, that one drive, and then that was it. What was said?
The truth, just keep playing. It's a 4-quarter game, and the issues that we had in the previous game showed up a little bit again in the first quarter, right? A little bit of obviously a slow start.
Yeah.
And but the first drive offensively did a good job getting down there, and then penalty, missed field goal, 0 points, right? And that's where you go right to it. It's like, look, man, I don't want to see anybody feeling any anxiety. I don't want to see anybody hanging ahead and all that other BS, right? It's football, and in football, you just keep working until you regain the momentum of the game, and then you fight your butt off to keep the momentum of the game. So I thought it was really good resiliency by our guys to just keep hammering away. We did a couple different things to give ourselves a chance. And on defense, after that first drive, just the level of communication and physicality in play, that combined with really big time special teams play allowed us to really take the momentum and go from there.
Well, man, I got to tell you, after that first drive, everybody's going, oh, man, Stanford, after you miss a field goal and they go down and score. I didn't know that was going to be half the yards they were going to get in the whole game. That was just incredible. That Canes, your defense, 144 yards, just shut them down. They averaged 2 yards a carry. You get 2 takeaways. They ended up with 8 first downs in the whole game. Was anything different after? What's the biggest thing from that first drive? Did you feel like guys just came out a little sluggish, or because after that, boy, it was like somebody lit a fire under your defense?
No, it was a simplicity of communication and getting lined up and doing your job, man. The exact same plays that were executed at a high level following that first drive were ones that were not executed at a high level on that first drive. And sometimes it does take a series to get rolling, but there's really nothing to lean on, nothing to make an excuse on. Just got to start faster, and also realize if you don't start fast, don't panic, man. Don't allow anxiety to set in. It's a 4-quarter game, and you see it every single week. So just keep playing your butt off, elevate the levels of communication, mental intensity, and physicality, and go to work.
Yeah, and then on top of that, you guys scored the final 35 points in 30 minutes. Just incredible. And by the way, on top of that, which I always like, Coach, and I'm guessing you're aware of it too, is being comfortable and still being able to get young guys in the game and seeing so many guys able to catch the ball, so many guys getting a chance with all the work they put in to get some carries. And on the defense, the same thing. How important is that?
I mean, it's as important as it gets nowadays because these seasons are longer, right? And there's with limited roster sizes now, you really can't go out and you can't replace guys. There's not enough guys to start the season with to keep plugging guys in if guys get banged up. So, back a few years ago, you just kind of run the ball and let the clock tick away. But now you've got to use that time, if you can, to help develop your roster and get a lot of playing time for your guys. And we got a significant amount of plays for guys that are going to continue to be significant contributors.
I never thought fans, and now I find myself doing it sometimes too, Coach. It's terrible what I'm about ready to say, but like, oh, if this young guy's not playing, he's going to be leaving. They're all 1-year free agents. And you've always had a pretty good perspective on it. But, a guy's going to be really good, but he's not quite there. He's probably a little frustrated. He's seeing some other young guys playing, and he's not there. How do you go about handling that with these guys? Because every team in the country is dealing with it.
Yeah, I think you always do it like you would in your own home, with direct honesty and transparency. And I think every player and every parent that's, made of the right stuff can appreciate that and take constructive criticism and have a blueprint and a plan and come to work every day to get better. Because if a guy has issues at a certain place or has not achieved a level of play and consistency at a certain place, that's going to follow you wherever you go. You know, it's not a matter of because you change a city, location, a logo, a helmet, it's going to be different. So I think our approach of being honest, of finding ways to give guys feedback and always giving them a plan to achieve the things they want to achieve and to help the football team, I think it always gives you the best chance. If that's not good enough, then let's go find another one.
Yeah. Hey, Coach, by the way, not to give a shout out to certain guys that come from certain schools on your team, but can I give a quick shout out? The pride of American Heritage Plantation, Fletcher, Tony, and now Xavier Lucas. Not bad for one school, huh? The impact they had on this game.
No doubt, no doubt. I mean, like so many schools down here, I mean, they do such a great job developing not only players but character. And great to see those guys just go out there and play at a high level, man, and have success and certainly help this team win.
Coach, we got a weird one, and I know you don't like to single guys out, and I'm with you, and I'm going to ask you about guys, so don't roll your eyes on me. But, man, this Malachi Tony story, now we just do total yards. He has a couple of punts, has great returns on a couple of punts, almost breaks it. Every time he gets a carry coming around, he breaks tackles, almost scores. Then he's got 5 catches for 52 yards. Everybody, everywhere, we're on the road. Everybody's talking about Malachi Tony, and people ask me how big he is, and they're talking about his blocking and everything else. You know, we go about every game, and you can make an argument just about every one of these damn games. You go, he might have been the best player in the game. He might have been the best player in the game. You ever see anything like that with a true freshman?
I mean, I think the best part about it is he wants to come to work and push and get better, you know, and he's complimented by some really good teammates. And you know what, you can't say enough good things about him, but I don't think that's his interest. That's not really what he thrives on. He just wants to go out there and win. And, you know, if we execute the punt returns a little bit better, finish a little bit longer, right? Because those plays go 13, 14, 15 seconds at a time. If we just do that, you know, they might be clean touchdowns, both of them. So all in all, obviously excited about him and all the stuff he's doing, and all the guys around him as well. Tony Johnson's another guy that really stood out, you know. So all in all, just a lot of guys doing really well.
Yeah, Johnson's run after catch was what a hell of a play, seeing that kind of effort. Hey, speaking of another guy, man, Jordan Lyle, his quickness, he looks like he's completely back. Do you feel that way as you watch him play a little bit more and more?
We do. We feel like, you know, those guys, running backs get banged up, man. They do. And our guys run really, really hard. And, you know, they did create some opportunities, made some guys miss or ran some guys over. And Jordan looked really, really good. And he's on his way to being a great one. It's great to see him get that touch, make that guy miss, and get in there and score. I had another really nice run earlier too, so really fired up to watch the next couple of weeks.
Coach, we just, it's a given around here. We talk about your offensive line, and it's, you know, everybody raving about since last year, and a lot of the guys coming back and how good they are. How are they playing overall? Because they look like they kicked up their game in the second half, that they got after it. And of course, Mark Fletcher running with that style inside as well, that combination.
Yeah, you know, when you commit to the run, you've really got to be committed to it, and I felt like we did that. And sometimes there's some muddy yards where you're outnumbered by 1 or 2 guys. Sometimes you get clean boxes, but overall the push was really consistent. The pass protection was good. There were certainly some guys that continued to get better. Some other areas that we got to clean up. Just overall progress. And again, those guys, they don't want praise, man. They just want to go to work. Yeah. So our offensive line, we take a lot of pride in, and we consider the tight ends part of the offensive line. And when the receivers come in there and get inside in those C gaps and D gaps, they're part of that offensive line too, and part of the run game. So I thought we had a good blend of both, you know, some of the open stuff and some of the more condensed stuff that allowed some things to open up in the second half.
Yeah, no, it was great stuff. I mean, it was just exactly what you wanted to do. Hey, we got to ask you about Carson Beck. Thought he made a lot of good decisions. How do you think he threw the ball overall?
You know what? I thought he had a strong comeback performance. Really did. And I know a couple drops we're going to clean up, a couple routes we're going to clean up, a couple throws he'd like to have back, some RPO reads, but all in all, just very consistent, very efficient, and moved the ball well, and thought there was, again, more progress there.
Mesidor did not play. Is he close to coming back, Coach, as you go down this stretch with some tough road games coming up?
He is. He was close Saturday. I mean, we thought it was there, and it wasn't, you know, so some of these things, you just got to wait on medical. You just take their advice, you take their knowledge and put it into, just apply it and see what happens. So it's hard to predict now at the end of the year because, why did I say the end of the year? The middle of the year, just because, man, these things, they kind of go back and forth, and you could tweak in the middle of the week and go backwards, or you could have a couple of days of tremendous healing. So just, those reports, I don't know if they help anybody, probable, questionable, all that stuff. Throw up on game.
Hey, Coach, we're in a different world now, man, for poor college and pro. I got to ask you about that. Everybody's worried about, with all the gambling stuff that's just out there, how much you have to talk to your guys about that topic?
It's
there, man. It's like you can't do a game without saying, hey, the Canes are favored by, and here's the prop bets off the side.
And the truth of the matter is, Joe, hasn't it always been there?
Yes.
And now it's right. And now it's part of social media, and it's just amplified, but it's always been there. You could dig back in history and the stories related to that and whatnot. So, you know what? You bust your butt, you educate people. You set an example as the adult, because everybody likes to point their fingers at kids, and that's BS. The adults got to set the example, all right? And the adults are screwing up a lot more than any of the kids are. So let's put it on us. And again, these aren't kids anymore. These guys are young men on their way to being fully grown men. So let's make sure we bust our butts and set the right example.
Yeah, no, I tell you, it took front and center stage over the last few days. And as you said, by the way, this thing's been around since you and I were young pups as well with this whole thing. So now you get that win, you play your ass off in the second half and really look like a top 10 team the way your guys played on both sides of the ball and special teams. Now you go to SMU, another big road game. You haven't had a lot of road games so far. What's the message getting back to work? What are you saying?
Well, what we always do, man, all these trips that we go on the road for, these are all business trips, right? And it all relates to your mindset and your preparation, your ability to block out any and all distractions, because you really don't have any. You either create them or you just ignore them, right? And making sure that we put ourselves in a position to execute at the highest level. And when you go on the road, you pack everything, man. You pack your toughness, your physicality, right? Your execution, your brotherhood, your resilience. You pack it all, man. You put it all on display come game time.
Hey, Coach, I wanted to ask you, listen, I know the style of play you like to play. Everybody knows a couple things about Mario Cristobal. You love to be physical. You understand the importance of a strong D-line and offensive line. How much do you change game plans off of that? Because everybody knows, listen, we're playing the Miami Hurricanes, love to run between the tackles. How much do you guys talk about that? Or is it like, that's what we do, you better adjust, we'll do things off of it, but that's going to be part of our DNA?
Well, our DNA is always to be extremely physical, but physicality comes in different forms. We're physical on the perimeter, we're physical up front, but we never allow anything to get in the way of what you want, the process and the outcome that you want it to lead to. So at the end of the day, defensively, you got to get stops, right? And offensively, you got to score points. So for us, it's the simplicity. If it's in 4 or 5 wides, that's what we're going to do. If it's running between the tackles in condensed formation, that's what we're going to do. If it's in the form of play action, RPO, whatever it may be, we've been very adaptable. And over the past couple of years, albeit a couple of games, have been really good offensively. And you don't ever change the aspect of physicality, but in terms of what you do schematically, we do it in every way, shape, and form. And I think we've proven that, and certainly sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't, but it's not a matter of have to do this or have to do that. We have to do what's best for the team and what scores the most points and what puts the defense in the best position to be successful. Yeah. That's it.
Coach, man, thank you. Appreciate it. Congratulations, man. Nice after 7-7 and going, wow, came out and just absolutely exploded in that second half and put up some great numbers, and now it's on to SMU. Thank you so much.
Yep, let's go get better, man. Go Canes.
All right, Mario Cristobal, Miami Hurricanes head coach, joining us this morning as we got I'll tell you